everyone, welcome to our special broadcast. We are now live across Facebook and our YouTube channels, and we're looking forward to the next 20 minutes as we launch this year's Afternoon Tea Week resource pack. As with any live event, there is always potential for issues, so please bear with us should we encounter any technical difficulties. My name is Hilary Woodhead. I am the Chief Executive Officer at the National Activity Providers Association, and I'm thrilled to be your host today. Joining me today is a remarkable individual who plays a very important part in her organisation. Eloise Greenwood is the Trade and Marketing Executive at Lakeland Dairies. Here she is. Hello, Eloise. How are you?
Hi, Hilary. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm very well, thank you. The sun is shining here in Brighton today. So
it's a bit cloudy. It's a little bit cloudy here, but fingers crossed for a bit more sun.
Oh,
yes.
That's a shame. Normally, don't the cows normally lie down if it's going to rain?
I can't comment on official fact, but there's difference of opinions there.
Well, they're all stood up on your background, so that means the sun's got to shine.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you for being here. We've got some exciting news to share between us, haven't we?
Yes.
with our viewers. We would like to hear just a little bit about you first and about Lakeland Dairies, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
I'm Eloise Greenwood. I'm the Trade Marketing Executive for Lakeland Dairies. So I've been overseeing the Afternoon Tea Week resource that we've been working with Napa on. Always delighted to work with Napa. So a little bit more about Lakeland Dairies is that we are an Irish cooperative producing high quality dairy products. We have naturally grass-fed cows, and we have over 3,200 family farms, which help us to deliver our professional products.
Excellent, thank you. And we have been working together for a number of years now, haven't we? We've collaborated on all sorts of projects, and I think the project that we're both particularly, I hope I'm not being inappropriate by sharing this, but I think we both like afternoon tea, particularly, don't we? We're big 100%. Fans of afternoon tea at Napa, and I think Lakeland Dairies are too.
Any chance for a bit of cake, honestly.
Exactly, and with me, it's important that I have start the day with a big cup of Yorkshire tea every single day. So tea and cake are warm favourites, and it's been a lovely opportunity, really, for us, hasn't it, to kind of focus on Afternoon Tea Week, because it's the collaboration between Napa and Lakeland Dairies is all about providing meaningful food-based activities that recognise the importance of nutrition, of good nutrition. So, we've had lots of opportunities over the years to develop some guidance, to develop some fantastic resources. And each year we kind of extend what we do around afternoon tea. Yeah. So we've got lots of resources to share this year. The pack is kind of made up of 4 individual resources. I think they're going to, absolutely, they've just appeared by magic. This is the main resource pack. Doesn't that look gorgeous? In this resource pack is guidance for care services to really help them think about the whole process of Afternoon Tea Week. And of course, we know that activity providers plan afternoon teas all the year round. But in August, we have this dedicated week where we can really go to town and have an afternoon
go all out.
Really go for it. We can have afternoon tea any day of the week or every day of the week during Afternoon Tea Week without any apology. Let's just go for it. So there's lots and lots of opportunities within this pack to kind of help activity and care teams really, really think about what do they need to put in place to make sure they have a successful event and activity, and how to adapt that theme for people living in care homes, people who really perhaps need the activity to sort of be adapted to meet their needs. So people who are cared for in bed, people who perhaps prefer one-to-one interactions as well as parties. So there's lots and lots of information in the main resource pack. And then we also this year, because we've listened to our members and our partner organisations, we've also got a bonus pack. And in the bonus pack, there's lots of additional artwork and imagery that help activity and care teams decorate their boards, decorate their environments, to kind of really help set the scene. So lots of information in there to help you be creative, to inspire you. And we also know that activity providers love to plan. And that's why we're here in the middle of June talking about afternoon tea week in August, because we know that we'd like to have a good 6 to 8 weeks to plan a big event. So this planner has been put together with that in mind. So you can really think about everything you need to put in place to plan your activities and events in the lead up and including the week itself. And then we have this beautiful additional resource from Lakeland Dairies. Do you just want to tell us a little bit about Brews and Bites? What's in there? What our viewers can expect to enjoy in this part of the resource pack?
Yeah, of course. So we're promoting our products throughout this resource, our section, this resource, specifically our fortification hero products, which is our skim milk powder and our Millet Gold Double. So we wanted to touch base on this resource on the importance of fortification, which can add additional calories and protein into diets if needed. So with the recipes, we've created them in a way that they can be adapted to have additional milk powder added in if they need to be. So you can add in the additional calories, you can add additional protein. You could swap out ingredients potentially if you needed to adapt them to make them for gluten diets, or if you needed to make them vegan. So we've got lots of wonderful recipes in here. I was able to join the photo shoot, and that was absolutely lovely seeing all of the pictures come to life as well, and getting to try the recipes. That was the most important thing.
I can imagine that's a real hardship in your job, having to try these beautiful recipes. Poor you.
I know, but we worked with a dietitian who helped us to create the recipes as well, and so we've got all of the nutritional information in there. We've included all of the ingredients, the methods as well, so hopefully they should be nice and easy to follow along, and we were trying to be very mindful to have recipes and flavors which were within the sort of the summer season to help with that sort of more of a hopefully more sunshine vibe as well around August for afternoon tea. And being able to adapt them into individual portions, or say like a larger cake, so that you could meet more of individual needs within the care homes as well.
Lovely. I mean, it just looks gorgeous, and there's so much in here, isn't there? Tell us about the milkshakes, because we love milkshakes.
Yes, these ones also had ice cream in them as well, so they will be absolute delightful in the sunshine. And these were key ones which can have the milk powder added into them, so they can really enhance the calories and protein definitely within a resident's diet if needed. And yeah, they are just delightful.
Gorgeous. Thank you for that. Do you want to, and what else is in there in terms of activities?
Yes, we've got lots of activities as well. So all afternoon tea or sort of cake focused. So we've got crosswords, we've got word searches as well. There's some jokes, which, typically are very groan worthy, because that's what makes a good joke, let's be honest. Yeah. And conversation starters as well, just to, whilst everyone's sat around the table together having afternoon tea, then it's linking in with the theme of bringing people together, sharing their memories as well of afternoon teas. So there's some conversation points just to help, keep that conversation flowing. And then it goes into the competition.
Oh, we love a competition. Tell us more.
Yes, absolutely love a competition. So we are excited to host this competition. We'll be judging it with yourselves, Napa. So for the competition, it's again leading with the theme of bringing people together. We think that food definitely does bring people together, and we wanted to go along with that sort of sharing side of things. So we're encouraging people to come together. The residents, the chefs, the activity providers, everyone involved can come together, discuss the recipes that they perhaps absolutely love during afternoon tea, anything that maybe that's been handed down over generations, or just sort of favourite flavours from different cultures, anything that people really love to see in an afternoon tea. And then we're asking for care homes to upload on our form up to 3 recipes per care home. So you might have to have a little internal judging debate on to which ones deserve the top 3 spots. Get those sent over to us, and then we'll judge them, all the criteria sort of within the competition details there, and then we'll decide which one we think is the absolute winner, and they'll win a relish bundle of games and prizes worth over £200, and a case of our Millet Gold Double, and also a branded milk jug and pipe and bags. So there's lots of goodies involved in the main prize, and then there'll be 20 runner-up prizes as well, who will also receive a branded milk jug and some pipe and bags. So lots of chances to win prizes. So yeah, we want to see your creations definitely come through.
It's such a wonderful competition. It's a lovely idea. I mean, even just when you were flicking through the resource, the brews and bites, I was thinking, every time I see or hear about pineapple upside down cake, I am transported back to the first time, the only time, I hasten to add, that I've baked a pineapple upside down cake, which was in GCSE home economics.
Oh, nice.
I think I just about scraped the pass, because it was definite. I don't know if you could say it was upside down. It was upside down, back to front, and inside out, I think. But,
it was on a plate. That's all that matters.
Exactly. The memories that are prompted by some of the recipes, but also to get people to think about and talk about those family recipes, I think is just such a lovely activity. And we all have them, don't we, from baking with grandparents and parents, or even, the first time you bought a cake, or you bought, those memories are really, really important and special to people, aren't they? And I think that this year, that competition, I think it does bring people together. It really is about belonging. What help? How does food help us to feel we belong? Which, of course, is our Napa's theme this year. So it's all ties together beautifully. So it's been a fantastic piece of work. I think we might have some questions coming in, which is good to see. The first one is from, I think, this is why I have to take my glasses off, excuse me, is from Fiaz. And Fiaz says, how did Napa and Lakeland Dairies come together for this collaboration? We said a little bit about our partnership, but do you want to say anything particularly about why afternoon tea for Lakeland Dairies? Kind of what's in it for you, really, in terms of this campaign?
Well, I've been in the company now for about 2.5 years, so I've been able to work with Napa since pretty much day one, which is has been absolutely lovely. So this is our 3rd year hosting an element of afternoon tea with Napa, it's definitely beneficial. We love getting involved with afternoon tea and promoting particularly the Lakeland Dairy skim milk powder, the Midnight Gold Double, because we're very keen on promoting that to help enhance residents' diets as needed. And like I said, any chance for a bit of cake, any chance for a chatter, it's all good.
And I think in terms of collaboration, one of the things that we found with working with Lakeland Dairies is that, of course, you're an organisation that provides services for care homes in terms of kind of the ingredients that you provide, Milac, etc. But also, I think, because you are a value-based organisation, it really is about improving people's lives, improving people's diets. And that really comes across, I think, in your ethos, which chimes so well with Napa's. So we're very, very grateful for this collaboration. Good question. Thank you for that. And long may it last. We hope that this is just, we'll just continue doing great work together. This one kind of leads on a little bit. This one's from Betty. What inspired you to focus on afternoon tea as a theme? Any additional thoughts on that one?
I mean, what better theme to have than, food and chat. So we definitely want to involve because we know that care homes love an afternoon tea. So it was a key opportunity for us to be able to work with recipe developers to create recipes which we thought would be beneficial for care homes. And then just from my point of view as a sort of more of a personal approach, one of the reasons why I'm so fond of Napa and supporting care homes as well is that I've had sort of personal dealings with a relation who had dementia and struggled with their diets, and that there was sort of lack of recipes available, and I didn't have an understanding myself as to how we could potentially promote with support with activities as well. So being able to help provide recipes which could help and activities that people may have some fun doing. It's just a win-win all round, to be honest.
Absolutely. And that really, as I said, that really kind of comes across, I think, in Lakeland Dairies and the way that you approach this work in the care sector. I think for us and for Napa as well with afternoon tea, it's an opportunity to connect with your communities, to open your doors, to involve families and friends. People of all ages love afternoon tea. I think we like the traditional kind of focus, the bunting, the vintage idea. But actually, it's an opportunity to bring people together, to make those connections cross generations, cross cultures, within communities. And I think also, and we saw this a lot during COVID, is that we've seen some people adapt afternoon tea virtually and had virtual afternoon teas where they've connected with family members on the other side of the world as well, or even if they're just not able to visit at that time, to have a connection, a virtual connection. And I think, the opportunity to do that and the ways in which we support care and support services to do that are never ending with afternoon tea. It's just, every year we come up with new ideas. You think, how can you have more new ideas? But there are. and activity providers tell us what they've been doing, and we can share that too. So, we're really, really keen to involve our members, to involve, the wider sector. Tell us how to keep afternoon tea current, how to keep it something that engages all the generations. And I think that comes across in the resources this year, that this is really for everybody. But we're always open to kind of feedback on that as well, so that it meets a diverse audience.
Oh, we love seeing what care homes can do as well. It's like last year's resource, when we saw these amazing cakes that came through, absolutely mind-blowing. So it'll be really interesting to see what other recipes come through. We can't wait to see them. And then hopefully we may even be able to recreate them in our kitchens and give them a try as well.
Absolutely. And I'm pleased you've mentioned that, because not only is this about transcending kind of generations, but it's also about whole teams working together afternoon tea week, isn't it? We really are working closely with the kitchen, catering teams. We're working closely with housekeeping and making sure that we've got all the necessary equipment that we need, that we're working closely with our admin teams to get the word out. There are so many opportunities for that real kind of whole home approach with afternoon tea, which is what, again, is really, really important. And we're still keen to see the photographs of your amazing cakes, by the way. I know that's not the competition this year, but if you're out there thinking, oh, it's not a showstopper cake this year, please send us those photos too. We want to see everything that you're doing and all of your creativity. Any more questions? What have been the most rewarding part of working on this project, from Dave? Ooh, most rewarding part.
Getting to eat some of the food. No. I think the most rewarding part is being able to have a resource come together between us, which we've all worked so hard on, being able to see that come together, share it with everyone, knowing that that's going to go out to care homes, and hopefully activity providers, catering staff, everyone will be able to get involved, work together for the well-being of residents, and we can just make more memories together, have more discussions through afternoon tea, and share some more, more memories, recipes.
Absolutely. I think you've said it all. I hope that answers that for you, Dave. I think we might have, we've got one more question, maybe one or two more. Why is afternoon week so important for care homes, from Claire? Oh, I think for me, it is about that opportunity to have a celebration. It lands in the middle of the summer. I think sometimes with the summer can be long, can't it? I'd quite like it to be longer in the UK. But in terms of school holidays, etc., it can feel like a long stretch of time. This comes right in the middle of August. It gives everybody something to focus on, something to work towards. It's a week, so there's no pressure to do it on one particular day. You can there's so many opportunities to adapt it. I think for me as well, it's still about making those connections. It's an opportunity to sit and chat and spend time together over a cup of tea and a piece of cake. That is why it's so popular, I think, for care homes. And it's why we keep on with it, because obviously we do lots and lots of different projects, but this is so important to us because we can really see the benefit. And I think what's been really nice to see as well, because we have such a diverse workforce, people from all over the world working in social care, and they're bringing their take as well on afternoon tea, this kind of quintessentially British afternoon tea that's being, these fusions we've seen with other countries and cultures, which is just so exciting to see.
It's fantastic.
And I think that's another reason why care homes love it, because they can bring themselves to it. their own identities, their own cultural backgrounds and diets and everything, and make that part of the celebration too. So it truly is about bringing people together. I think that's
definitely so much versatility as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I think, have we got any more questions, Jana? She's in the background. I'm just wondering. One more. Tell us about the process. Any challenges? It's worked beautifully together, but of course there's always challenges in a project.
Yes, no, I think one of the one that strikes to mind was when we were coming up with the photography, was the biggest debate on does the cream or the jam go first on the scone. I'm not going to get into the debate now. Feel free if you want to put in the comments as to what you think is first.
Tell us what you think.
I personally put cream on first and then just drop on that jam, but I'm sure it's incorrect somewhere. But
you do it your own way. You bring your own twist, absolutely. But that in itself is an activity, isn't it? Yeah. That in itself is a conversation. You know, what comes first, the cream or the jam or the cream?
Exactly.
Discuss. And also, is it, you know, even with a cup of tea, what comes first, the tea or the milk or whatever? You know, these conversations that go on and on. So absolutely, I love that one.
Debate that in your afternoon tea.
Yeah. I think the biggest challenge for Napa is that we are not sat with you. We are doing a lot of our collaborations virtually, so we don't get to do the tasting. We just have to imagine by the look on your faces that it all tastes wonderful. That's the biggest challenge for us.
I'll send you a picture.
Take your word for it. If that helps. Brilliant questions. Thank you all very much. This is the questions have been really, really good. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we wrap up today's live?
I just want to thank you for working with us, being supportive, and letting us be supportive of you as well. And lots of new, more exciting things coming, you know, people's way later on this year and next year. And just look forward to continuing working with you guys.
Thank you, Eloise. Thank you to everybody who's out there who's joined us live. Obviously, you can share this broadcast with your colleagues. It will now be there on our Facebook pages, on YouTube, for you to watch again and for you to share with other members of your team. Remember to explore those resources. We have a dedicated afternoon tea week page on the Napa website. And that will take you to all of those resources that we've mentioned and to the competition. Don't forget about the competition. We will be back again soon with some further tips where we'll be talking a little bit more about how do we make this happen? How do we make afternoon tea week happen in care settings? How do we collaborate and how do we make sure this is as a nutritious event as possible for people? But for now, enjoy your brews and bites. Thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you, Eloise.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.